Deborah illustrates her role as a leader who addresses current societal and environmental issues. Deborah believes that absolutely everything is connected, and we simply have to take the time to observe and reflect in order to recognize these relationships.
Deborah's always been interested and noticing of connections. She really looks at species behavior and species longevity and incorporates that into the education that she facilitates to her students at the college.
I'm always trying to tie together disparate elements. In my big thinking life, I'm noticing this, and then I'm always thinking, how are these two things connected? Are they connected in any way?
This led her to her latest artistic endeavor, See Jellies, Next Generation.
How that started was I was really thinking about next generations, and I think the 21st century is going to be the most complex century for human beings to negotiate. So I started to think about what species have lasted the longest in time, and it turns out that sea jellies are 500 to 700 million years old. And so how can we as humans learn from other species and start to think about how we can change, modify, and adapt and learn from other species how to do this?
This year, Deborah Forbes earned her Doctor of Philosophy degree from the University of Westminster.
You're never finished learning, and one student asked me, well, had you always wanted to get a PhD? And I said, no, I hadn't thought about it until I was about 68 years old. And so I started it just before I turned 70, finished it at 71 and a half.
Deborah continues her life journey in seeking to understand and is a tireless advocate for reconciliation in thought, word, and action.
I think the whole idea that you can recreate yourself and have new thoughts and new projects after 70 is what Deborah's all about. Not just sitting back and saying, yep, I did that throughout my life, I'm just going to continue, but really engaging the newness of life at that age.
In addition to her artistic and scholarly pursuits, Deborah is committed to educational leadership, particularly inspiring women to take on educational leadership roles.
You don't have to have a life plan, but you need to follow really good instincts about what's going to be good for yourself and others. Get up every morning and create meaning.
Deborah's dedication to the arts, her ongoing career in education, and her extensive volunteer work in Medicine Hat make her a worthy recipient of this recognition.